Oh, hey guys. Welcome to SE Students Live. Go ahead and jump in the chat and tell us what's up. We've got some awesome stuff coming up on the show, but first, I need to pop some popcorn. So while it pops, let's have some fun with Kenny. The way this works is we've got some wild photos of Southeast staff that Kenny has turned into memes. I'm gonna put up one of the photos and then start a timer, and you guys are gonna put your best meme captions in the chat. When the timer ends, we'll see who's funnier, Kenny or the crowd. Here's the first photo. It's a young Taylor Conover at the height of her basketball career. You guys have 45 seconds. Go ahead and comment your best meme captions now. And time. Those were some good submissions. Now let's see Kenny's caption.
Hey guys, Kenny here. Hey, my caption for this meme is when you ask for 2 Chick-fil-A sauces, but they give you 3, because that is a slam dunk.
Okay, let's jump into round 2. We've got a photo of Trent Hensley. You guys did not know how tough Trent really is. You've got 45 seconds to caption this incredible photo into a meme. The timer starts now. Go ahead and comment in the chat. Alright, let's hear Kenny's caption and see who's funnier.
Hey, my caption for this one is the new Instagram filters are very realistic.
Alright, you guys have one more chance to put Kenny to shame or be crushed by his quick wit. This next photo is of our current senior pastor and our former senior pastor, and I'm not sure what's going on here. But you guys have 45 seconds to come up with a good meme caption. The timer starts now. Go ahead and comment in the live chat your best meme caption. You guys are getting really good at this. Now let's see Kenny's caption.
Hey, my caption for this last one is day 15 of quarantine with your siblings. Ooh, bad place.
Tell us in the chat who you think was funnier, Kenny or the crowd. Now that I got my popcorn popped, let's flash back to some pre-quarantine fun at the block and then dig into this week's totally random bracket challenge coverage.
What's up, Southeast students, Southeast staff right here? And welcome to Hold It Together. Here's the way the game works. There'll be somebody sitting in this chair. They will take a swig of water, hold it in their mouth. Their goal is to not laugh. People will be coming from behind the screen. They will do things to get them to laugh. If they can't do it, the next person comes out, the next person comes out until this person loses it. Let's play Hold It Together. He's close. Oh, man.
Can we be friends?
Nay. Mom, I didn't make the lead role of Mulan.
So you just gonna leave me at the altar by myself with no real flowers? And my crown is broken? How dare you?
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I pulled something.
I declare you a knight of the realm. Are we gonna do this or what?
Yo, my mom said the not run scissors, and if I fix, then I get busy.
Yo, Chubby? I can't find. There's no toilet paper in this whole store.
I guess you'll have to do.
All right.
Okay, but don't.
Just take a seat. All right. Here, we'll just make sure that.
Peanut butter.
Kept his composure. That means Jacoby's the big winner!
What's up, SE students? Coming at you from Blankenbaker. Here we are, the socially distanced version of our SE students live. Here with some of my friends, Jacoby the champ. You didn't laugh, bro. Well done. Way to go.
Yes, that was difficult because I love to laugh. So
Love it. Jacoby, your crown, sir, for winning. There it is.
Mother
Sweet
Earth.
victor.
oh, it's like swallows my head. But it's okay.
It looks good.
So natural. And over there on the beautiful tunes of the one and only John Lindsay. How you doing over there, bro?
Doing good, Derek. Glad to be here.
Oh, there it is, the train whistle. Real quick, buddy. Favorite type of train? Go.
Trains with whistles.
That's awesome. I was thinking like Thomas or passenger or I don't know. But hey, that works too, man. All right, and then way back behind us, Taylor Starr. What's up, Taylor Starr?
What's up?
Taylor Starr. What's the best at-home snack for people that are just right now like, man, what do I do? What's your go-to snack? What would you say?
You know, our microwave is broken right now, and I made popcorn on the stovetop for the first time with that butter.
Yeah.
It ain't messing.
There you go.
Butter!
Make it on the stove.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, so curious. Let's hear over here on the side chat, over here live chat. What is your binge watch? What's the thing you've been binge watching during this time as we're at home? I would love to hear that in the comment section. While we're doing that, we unveiled last week something in honor of the basketball tournament. We aren't going to call it the thing,
unknown,
yeah,
unnamed.
that certain basketball tournament in the college world that got canceled. We decided we need to have some kind of tournament, and so we unveiled the Totally Random Bracket Challenge. We had 200 plus, like almost over 250 people vote on the first round. If you don't know what's up with this, we took these emojis, we put them together, crazy combos. We're going to show the results to the first round right now to the Totally Random Bracket Challenge. Here we go. can't believe it. It was an amazing first round, right? Right. Everybody, by the way, welcome back, the head. And we're back. We're going to walk through some head-to-head matches. We saw the results. Can't believe it. Guys, let's just kind of take it a little bit. I'd love to hear from each of you. Maybe a major takeaway from round one. JL, let's start with you. What's a takeaway you have?
I got the stats right here in my hand. So these are factual facts, Derry. Different than just facts. They're factual facts. Based on what the people said. We went to the people, we pulled them. The biggest one that just stands out to me is got to be the game versus Walking TV versus Exploding Shark. Statistically, it is the largest gap of points, 40 to 142.
Blowout.
Incredible. An incredible game to watch. I don't know if you actually tuned in live to that game. There was fins flying everywhere and static taking over the screen. It was unbelievable.
Walking TV was limping by the end.
But here's the thing about the Walking TV. I thought more people would have got on board just because, like, in our time right now, TV is a big thing. People are watching it. Like, you can go on a walk outside and you're watching your TV show. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal
Because the shark showed up.
So Walking TV is gone, and you know what we say here, you've been eliminated. Oh, bye Walking TV.
Oh, that was like a perfect split.
Not bad, huh?
Wow.
Not bad. All right.
Impressive.
So let's go. Let's go. Taylor Starr, your takeaway. What's your takeaway from the first round?
Yeah, you know, I was honestly shocked at how close Helicopter House and Zombie Squirrel were, because I thought Zombie Squirrel would sweep, but they were only off by less than 10 votes, which is shocking. So I thought Zombie Squirrel would be a higher contender than that. Nonetheless, he still won Helicopter House.
Who's got Helicopter House? Who's got it?
I got Helicopter House. You know, it might have been the blades that you know, like you got to think it's like a squirrel, a helicopter. There's some intimidation factor.
Yeah, but a zombie squirrel. I just would have thought the zombie squirrel would have shown up.
No lie. This morning, a squirrel almost ran into my house.
What? Zombified?
Could have been.
Could have been.
Could have been. All right.
Let's not start that. There's enough.
Yeah. We're
But
good.
could have been.
But fellas, something that we say when one gets eliminated.
You've been eliminated. There it is. It's gone. All right. Hey, all along, don't worry. In the live chat, you can throw down your comments, your thoughts on all these matchups, what you think, who you thought was going to win, how shocked you are. Let us know what you're thinking. Jacoby, your takeaway.
Yeah, this is not surprising to me. I think that I more so would have said this, but Selfie Elf and Pooh Bear. I just think that Pooh Bear was supposed to win, and so I'm glad that it did. And if you didn't vote for Selfie Elf, what? Can we just take a moment? This looks like the guy from Lord of the Rings, and I don't even watch Lord of the Rings, so I just think that I love that Pooh Bear won because it's poop and it's clever. So
yeah, Selfie Elf might have been a contender about 10 years ago, or like
You
know.
I mean, if you look at his outfit though, like
Bear's so old though.
his purple and green clashing.
But he's like, that's your childhood best friend.
Yeah.
Now you've mixed it with poop, which is just funny. You know why?
There it is.
Pooh Bear. So,
There it is. All right.
but
there
you
we
know
go.
what they say? You've been eliminated.
by Selfie Elf.
Did you just happen to have a fart button in your pocket? Like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's normal.
There you go.
Well, it's just for comedic relief, you know?
Oh,
And
Relief. Jacoby bringing it.
Barry, any thoughts? Anything stick out to you?
I'll tell you what. Like, I think I got to talk about the biggest upset.
Yeah.
Coming into the tournament, we had them seeded, and we saw that they were seeded. The 2 seed, the one and only Yeet Man. I mean, even despite last week's introduction to Yeet Man with Taylor Conover's Yeets.
Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Still, Yeet Man falls to Bulldozer, and not like it wasn't super close. I think, and I was shocked. I thought our middle school was going to show up and vote for Yeet Man, but maybe I'm just off on it. Yeet Man, I mean, alone, I mean, maybe it's a confusion over what Yeet means, but Yeet Man knew what it meant. I don't think his messaging got out ahead of time and ahead of him, and that's probably and let's face it,
it's a marketing thing.
It might be. And Bulldozer, I think there's just a force in Bulldozer.
It's just so clever.
A bulldozer can bulldoze over Yeet Man.
Now, I heard a theory. I don't know if you heard this as well, but I heard that Yeet Man was so humble, he laid himself down so the others could go forward. Now, that's a very Yeet Man thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
It's weird. I never would combine yeet and humility.
No.
yeah, you
I
would
think
think.
yeet is arrogant.
Yeah, you know.
So I think he deserved to lose, honestly, guys.
Oh, okay. Taylor's
I've
a
heard
opinion.
greater love
That's
has no
all
one
right.
than this, that
Opinions.
yeet lay down your life for others. But anyway, yeet man,
Regardless.
what we gotta say is
You've been eliminated.
Yeet. Yeet. All right, so there we go.
Wrong end.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so anyway, now we've got. Let's just real quick. Let's go around. I think we still have some others.
Yeah.
Let's just take a moment to honor the eliminated. Who do you got over there, JL, that was eliminated last round? Bird car, you've been eliminated. Get out of there.
Goodbye.
Jacoby, who else was he eliminated?
I had Candy Wizard. Sad, but let's go.
Goodbye, Candy Wizard. I know some people pretty upset about
Yeah,
that
I know.
one.
Wizard
Taylor
Candy.
Starr, what do you got out of the eliminated?
Yeah, I have Robot Fish, which is honestly an upset for me because I had Robot Fish going all the way in the
Oh,
clown one.
Bye. You've been eliminated.
And folks, when we start talking about next round, I got thoughts on the clown.
Yeah, we know.
I'm not
You
happy.
had thoughts
all right.
last week.
I'm
all
not
right.
happy.
So,
You got one other?
thoughts again. And I have another one, and this is Dog Cat. Dog Cat, honestly, he didn't have a chance.
Dog cat.
You know, I think Dog Cat really was conflicted to begin with going into it when you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're either a dog person or a cat person.
I almost felt
right?
like two heads like coming together at each other.
Yeah.
I think if it would have been Cat Dog, it would have won.
Yeah, like the show. you
That's
know
easy.
what? Cat
That'd have
dog.
been, yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a game if it had been that.
Right.
Just a little reverse.
Interesting. So, okay, here's the deal now. We're moving into round two.
Yep.
We want to highlight what's happening now. Let's talk through the different matchups we've got in round two. Let's build them up so we can understand. I mean, there's some stories here. There's some Cinderella stories. We're down to that Elite Eight. We are looking at who's going to get into the Final Four. This is going to be intriguing. So let's talk about our matchups. Who's got Harry Styles and Zombie Squirrel? Who wants to talk
I
about
do.
that? All right, Jacoby,
Okay.
walk us through this matchup. I'm intrigued to hear your analytics, analysis.
Yes.
That was the word I was looking for.
So beyond like hearing you guys all go super crazy for Harry Styles, I had to dig into the story to figure out what was actually happening here, because we have Harry Styles versus Zombie Squirrel, and what I found out was astonishing. So here's the thing. Did you know that Harry Styles used to be a squirrel? His name was Harry, okay? So he was not a person. He used to be a squirrel, but he had a dream of being a singer. And so very much like a Hannah Montana kind of thing, he created a bodysuit, Harry Styles, and went to pursue his dreams of being a performer. But when he left, the squirrel community was hit with like toxic waste, and they all became like zombies. And so then now Zombie Squirrel is literally just coming back because they're like cousins, I think, just coming back to redeem himself because he's like, dude, you left us to go be famous and we all got turned into zombies. And so as you guys go into this next voting round, like I know that Harry Styles is pretty popular, but there's a story here that I just think needs some redemption.
A
And so
beautiful story.
yeah,
of
like
that.
it's crazy. Like there's dreams being like realized, there's family destruction. I just feel like there's just some things that could happen.
American streams.
So for all of those out there, Zombie Squirrel, like, do not sleep on him. He needs help. Vote.
But
and Harry-
Bulldozer will sleep on him.
Bulldozer. Wow. That's coming later, though, right? I mean, that's coming
later,
later.
but
Yeah, and that was a
he does.
pretty decent pun there, Taylor.
But yeah, so those
Puns win.
are things I figured out, and I just think that it gives more context to how you vote now. So
We needed that. The people needed
people
that.
need to know
Yeah.
that.
You needed that.
You needed that.
So that it sounds like you're saying the 8 seed you think could pull an upset over the 1 seed.
I think so.
Okay.
I think if you have a heart,
Yeah.
and but then it's so weird because he just got to live his dreams, and so I don't know.
We'll see. Okay, it's up in the air, but we'll find out, right? Yeah. Who's got the next round? Pizza Rocket versus Pooh Bear. Pizza Rocket.
that's me right here.
matchup. Oh, hey, look at that.
Pizza box.
Delivery.
Special delivery.
Okay, we got these two contenders going up against each other. There's actually pizza in here.
Please don't.
Don't you?
It's
I
really-
thought
It's
no.
really, oh my gosh, it's so old. He found it.
Not as good as you'd think it would be. Okay, Pizza Rocket versus. Now, there's some clarification that's needed. Pizza Rocket is not a rocket made of pizza. There's pizza in my beard.
Yeah.
I think I broke a tooth. Ooh. It's not a rocket made of pizza. It is actually a pizza delivery vehicle.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an interstellar
Interesting.
pizza delivery vehicle that transfers to all different places. And in times right now, food delivery, is key. I literally think I chipped a tooth. Nope. I just swallowed it. So whatever it was.
Good.
So that's key. Now Pooh Bear, like Jacoby was saying, this is a childhood friend, a childhood memory here.
Yeah.
It's a sad story, but
You're so chill. You're still finding some
There's
bits in
there's
there.
something in here
You got it.
that ain't food right now. Swimming around. Where's my whistle? I need my whistle. Let's go. So, poop, like this bear, he was just bear originally. Fell into water, came out, took a nap, was looking all like wet and like moisty on the floor there, and a couple campers walking by thought he was poop because of his wet like stature. And so he inherited this nickname that I just don't think is fair at all. Like it is incredibly insensitive. But forever from that point on, he's been called Pooh Bear, and his friends and his mother, they won't let him be who he is, which is just bear. It's just bear. So, I don't know, man.
Sounds like a
I
tough
just still
matchup.
like pizza, so I'm just gonna go with pizza.
You're going Pizza
Yeah,
Rocket.
so.
But hashtag justice for Pooh Bear, right? I mean, we need, no matter who the winner is,
I think
we need
he's
to.
storing up some anger that's gonna come out. It's gonna come out like a vengeance.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see y'all in the live chat right now. Like, let me know what you guys think. But I personally think that people need pizza right now more than ever. More than a wet
That was
bear
deep.
that looks like poop. So.
People need
Super
pizza
deep.
more than a wet
Hashtag
bear.
people need pizza.
Yeah, there it is. All right. Here we go. Now the next round I got to talk through this one. I am passionate, guys, about this. We've got Block Odell versus the one and only Disco Clown. Now, I won't hide my bracket. I have Block Odell going all the way.
Oh, little plug there. Okay.
I also last week made it very clear how not happy I am to even see Disco Clown in the tournament. Now there's twofold to this. There's the story, and then there's my own relationship with clowns. See, Disco Clown, the story here is this is an out-of-date contender. The Disco Clown is at the end of its career, holding on to the disco era. The clown side is creepy and just picking on people, but ultimately said, if I could combine these two things that are out of date, maybe I could bring it back. And Disco Clown is trying to bring back a trend that just needs to die. Now, I think that's just truth when you look at the history. Like clowns and disco, they're not around anymore. They should be put to rest. Now let's add in the fact that I straight up hate clowns. And I'm just looking out to you, faithful middle school, high school. Will you please help one of your pastors out by not allowing clowns to move forward? I'm scared of clowns.
Derry,
I'm terrified of
this
clowns.
sounds deep. Do you have is there a story there?
There's so many stories, but if you've never seen or heard of Stephen King's it's the story of a clown that torments a town. The town's name is Derry, and it's
Oh.
spelled
It comes from
Derry. I saw the movie as a child.
They did that probably on purpose,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
knowing
From
you'd
the
watch it.
beginning,
Right,
The
yeah.
moment you were brought into this world, the fear.
Yeah.
Has been, wow.
Right. So I'm just saying,
So if
don't.
you guys love scaring Derry, I would love to see this character continue on just so Derry just, can't escape this. That would be fun.
Yeah, I'm saying don't vote. Some of you are going to hate vote for me, and that's okay. But I'd say down with the clown. And let's face it, who doesn't love? Look what I brought along, the Block Odell. I mean, this is basically, look at this as the Minecraft version of our middle school pastor Brock Odell. How do you not want to vote for a Minecraft version of Mr. Brock Odell?
It's true.
We're going to hear from him in just a little bit anyway. So this is my pick, and I think he's coming on. And actually, he won big time in the first round.
Yeah, if
so,
he keeps winning, I'm gonna just keep calling Brock Blockhead.
Yes, there it is.
Now, but I have some questions about why his arm is up in the air like that. And what is his other arm doing? That's like
Isn't that a circle?
Block O.
Oh.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nailed
that's
it. All right, there we go. Last round, Exploding Shark versus Bulldozer T-Star. Walk us through it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're all shocked Bulldozer's even still here, but he's here. He's sleeping on the job. I'm not really sure what his story. I don't really know it. I know it's a bull. Is his back end the part that's sleep? Is he constipated?
Ooh.
He hit with a tranquilizer dart in the rear.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be.
I think I'm gonna go with constipated. So he just needs some X-Lax.
Mm.
If we get some X-Lax in the bull, he's going all the way.
Okay.
All the way.
I wonder, hey, Jacoby, I wonder what that would sound like.
There it is.
There it is. So, and he's up against Exploding Shark. Now, I've also got some thoughts about Exploding Shark because of the placement here.
It could be a similar story.
It could be
be.
a similar, and we've
Or
got.
the opposite of constipation.
He needs it to be dried up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Oh!
there he is.
There he is.
In real life.
I didn't know we had him as a guest on the show today.
Welcome.
Here with us, everyone.
Exploding Shark.
Meet the gentleman. So, my husband, B-Star, he has Exploding Shark going all the way. He feels confident in it. We'll see. I know there's lots of movies. Sharknado.
Yep.
That's
heard of it.
It's an intense one. You've got time students. Find it on something, watch it. Horrible. But it might find, I don't know, maybe deep down within you'll find something that you're like, I believe in sharks. An Exploding Shark is going all the way. So find that. But both gentlemen right here, Bulldozer, Exploding Shark, they've got some bowel issues.
There it is.
Yeah.
Right, Jacoby? Bowel. There it is.
So dumb.
Hey, by the way, little reference. I mean, you can say Sharknado. I would throw it back to the classic Jaws. No spoilers here, but Exploding Shark. I'm just saying.
I'm a Finding Nemo guy myself.
Finding Nemo and Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
Bruce. Fish are friends,
Hello.
not food.
There it is. There it is. So there we go. This is round 2. Here's how it's going to work. I'm not going to get into the details. You need to keep your eyes on @SE_BB_students. That's our Instagram. That's our Instagram handle. That is where middle school and high school lives together now. Go there and follow. We're going to reveal how this works on Tuesday. Is that right, camera guy? Is it Tuesday?
That's right.
All right. On Tuesday, we're going to unveil how this works, but it's going to be involved not you voting on our story, but you are going to be sharing onto your story. That's how the votes get counted. Round 2 is going to be intense. You need to decide, who do you think is going to make it all the way? Go ahead and comment over on the live chat who you think is going to make it. Who's going to go down? Hashtag down with the clown. There's no question. That's who's going to lose. There we go. That is it for the crazy awesome, this thing we call, what's it called again? The bracket challenge? The totally random
Bracket challenge!
challenge.
Dun, 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 dun.
One of my earliest memories goes back to my 5th or 6th birthday when my parents rented out this little establishment called Once Upon a Time. They invited all my friends, and the basic premise of this place was a giant warehouse filled to the brim with tons of different outfits and costumes. You could dress up as a knight in shining armor getting ready to slay a dragon. You could dress up as a Power Ranger protecting the city from bad guys. You could dress up as a spaceman, a cowboy, a truck driver. It was a place where, as a kid, your wildest dreams could come true. And I don't know about you, what you used to dress up as when you were a little kid, but I know we've all done it. We've all used our imagination, even changed our appearance by putting on different costumes to put ourselves in the scene to make it that much more real. And when a kid does this, it's a beautiful thing to see, but it can become very dangerous when human beings continue to do this, to change our appearance or fit in the older that we get. And that leads a little bit into my story. Like many of you, I grew up in a divorced household. My parents got divorced, they split when I was 1, and so during the week I would live with my mom, my stepdad, my siblings Monday through Friday, and then on weekends I would be with my dad. And it was around 3rd grade when I realized that I had a bit of a problem, almost as if I was living 2 separate lives. I had 2 different outfits or 2 different costumes, if you will. For instance, when I would be at my mom's house, I would be mom's house version of myself. And what I would do, I would act a certain way, I would talk a certain way, and the reason that I would do this is because I wanted to belong, I wanted people to love me, I wanted people to respect me, I wanted to matter. And this is how I would live my life Monday through Friday, was mom's house version of myself, because I wanted to be loved. But as soon as Friday would come and my dad would come to pick me up, it was almost as if I would take off mom's house version of myself and I would put on dad's house version of Brock. And dad's house version of Brock would talk entirely different and act entirely different. And the reason that I would do this is I wanted to matter to my dad. I wanted him to love me and to be proud of me. And so I would act differently so that he would love me. This little problem continued into middle school. when I created a different version of myself, middle school version of Brock, where I would talk a different way and act a different way at school. The reason that I would act a different way is I wanted my friends to think I was funny or to like me. And this continued into high school. As I was a soccer player and on the soccer field, I would act a specific way or talk a certain way so that the team would think I was cool or the hardest worker on the team or the best player. It was almost as if soccer Brock would have ever met Dad's house Brock, they wouldn't have even recognized each other. But again, it's important for you to know it wasn't that I was trying to do this, trying to live all these separate lives. I just wanted to matter. I just wanted people to like me, to love me. I wanted to belong. In high school, this even continued more as I got on social media. And I was a completely different person online than I would be in person. I would say things online that I would never say, that Mom's house version of Brock would never say. This also continued with my friends in high school and even into college. I created a different life. I would say things and act a specific way around them that I would never act like around others. All of these separate lives, all of this searching for love, searching for meaning, searching to belong, even carried over into my relationship with God. Just like I would try and make my friends at school laugh because that meant they loved me, I would try and do things for God so that He would love me. I thought if I did the right things, He would love me, and if I didn't do the good things, He would stop loving me as much. By the time I got to college, I had been carrying around all of these separate lives for so long, and I just hit a wall. I was exhausted from keeping up all of these lives, exhausted from searching for people to love me, exhausted because it was so hard. I felt dead inside. I was so tired. I felt like I was stuck in darkness, like I was stuck with all of these lives, not really knowing who I truly am, wondering if anybody could actually just love me for me. 2010, in the fall, I went on a weekend with my church. And I'm not going to go into all of the details, but if you can just picture a 20-year-old me laying face down on the floor, just crying my eyes out. Because there was one moment for me where everything changed. And we'll get to that in a second. I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a story because some of you might be struggling right now. With everything that's going on in our world, I know it's easy for you to be struggling. And so I want to look in the Bible and tell you a story about when Jesus was struggling. In John chapter 11, if you've got your Bibles, you can open up there. Jesus loses a friend. Jesus' friend's name was Lazarus, and Lazarus has passed away. He's died, and Jesus is going to be late to the funeral, so he's going back home. He's about 3 or 4 days late to the funeral, and Jesus is heartbroken. Some of the first people that Jesus talks to when he gets back to Lazarus' hometown is Lazarus' sisters, Mary and Martha. And it's obvious after these conversations that Mary and Martha are filled with such intense grief and sorrow. Their hearts are broken. And this is where we come across the shortest verse in Scripture. It's so short, I'm sure you can even memorize it. It says, Jesus wept. And I think that this matters so much for you and I as we look as to why did Jesus weep? Jesus weeps because he loved Lazarus. Jesus weeps because he loves Mary and Martha. Jesus weeps because he is hurting. Jesus weeps because he is hurting that he sees people that he loves are hurting. And this is where you come in. Some of you right now are hurting. Some of you right now are struggling, and you've never heard that Jesus loves you, and you've never heard that Jesus is hurting with you, and Jesus is hurting for you. But the story continues. After Jesus gets done weeping, he says, hey, take me to the gravesite. I want to see Lazarus in his tomb. So they go to the tomb. A tomb is kind of like a giant grave. There was a big stone in the way, and Jesus goes and he says this crazy thing, absolutely insane thing. He says, roll the stone away. And Mary and Martha and everybody there, they're like, whoa, Jesus, we can't roll the stone away. Lazarus has been dead for days now. The smell would be horrible. And Jesus says, trust me, roll the stone away. And so they do. They roll the stone away, and Jesus lifts up a prayer to his Father, and then this crazy thing happens. He calls out three words that matter so much for you and I. He says, Lazarus, come out. Let me say it again, Lazarus, come out. And in that moment, a dead man, a man who is stuck in darkness, stuck in a tomb, dead, he springs to life. Now, I want you to pay attention to something. Lazarus didn't do anything. There was nothing he did to save himself, nothing he did to raise himself. He didn't do anything. Jesus did it all. Jesus calls him by name, and because of what Jesus does, because of what Jesus says, Lazarus is raised from the grave. Not because of what Lazarus does, yes, because of what Jesus does. And this is exactly what I needed to hear as a 20-year-old college student laying face down on the ground, tears streaming down my face, because I was struggling. And I was tired from carrying around all of these different lives that I was living, and I just needed to hear that Jesus loved me and he was hurting with me. But also that I couldn't save myself. I felt like I was stuck in this darkness, but the only person that could save me was not me. The only person who could save me was Jesus. I was looking for love my entire life when I realized that Jesus had been chasing me my entire life. I didn't have to impress him. I didn't have to earn his acceptance. He always loved me. And it was by his power and his power alone that I could be brought out of the darkness that I felt like I was stuck in. Some of you are stuck in darkness right now, and you've been looking for love and acceptance in all of the wrong places, and I'm here to tell you there's nothing you can do for yourself. The person who can save you is Jesus. But the story doesn't end there. There's one more thing I have to tell you because this is incredible. After Lazarus rises from the grave, he walks to the opening of the tomb. There's a ton of people there. Jesus points to him. A dead man walking, mind you. And this is what he says to the crowd and to Lazarus. He says, take off the grave clothes and let him go. I'm going to say that again. Take off the grave clothes and let him go. You see, grave clothes were things that they would wrap dead bodies in. They belonged in the grave. And now Jesus is talking not to a dead man, but to a man who is alive. And he says to Lazarus, you don't need to wear those grave clothes anymore because you are alive. 20 years old, face down, tears streaming down my face. I needed to hear that Jesus loved me. I needed to know that he was hurting with me. I needed to know that there was nothing I could do to save myself from the darkness that I felt stuck in, but it was all on Jesus, that only he could do it. But then the last thing I needed to hear was once I put my faith and trust in Jesus, once I believed that he was the person I'd been looking for my entire life, I needed to hear that these things that I had been carrying around my entire life were grave clothes, and Jesus was asking me to take them off, to put them down. That now that I had found him, I had found true life. The only thing I needed was him. I didn't need to seek acceptance anymore. I didn't need to seek love anymore. I didn't need to seek to impress people anymore because God accepted me. God loved me. God knew me. And the same thing is true for you. God knows your name. He knows your struggles. He knows the number of hairs on your head. And if you've never heard that before, I want to make sure that you hear this. Jesus loves you. He hurts for you. He and he alone can call you out of the darkness that you feel stuck in, and he will give you the power to drop your grave clothes and to live in freedom the rest of your life. If you haven't met Jesus yet, you need to. Let me pray. Father, I thank you so much for all of the people that are listening to this right now through their computer screens or through their phones. I pray that they would know right now in this moment how much you love them and how much you hurt for them and with them. God, thank you that you are the only one that can save us from the darkness that we sometimes feel stuck in. It's not based on what we do. It's all based on what you do. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Hey, if there was something there that got your wheels turning, or maybe you just had a rough week and you need some prayer, you can go to bit.ly/live follow-up and somebody will be in touch with you to have a conversation. Don't wait on that. Just go ahead and click the link in the description and fill out the info. Hey, there's just one more thing before we go. TC has a quick look at what's coming up this week in student ministry.
Yo, what's up? My name's Taylor. I'm on the student ministry team here at the Blankenbaker campus. I'm here to walk you through our digital calendar. You can find this on your phone, on Instagram, and on our Facebook page, but I'm gonna walk you through it right now. We have things for you Sunday through Thursday, and to help you remember all of these fun events, I'm going to put a marshmallow in my mouth for every event that I talk about. First up, Sunday morning. We have SC Online. Watch it with your family. Don't watch it with your friends because you know social distancing. You can find that on Facebook and on YouTube, and on southeastchristian.org. Second event, Sunday night. Family discussion prompts. These are to talk to with your family, so Sunday night they'll be on our Instagram page. Monday, online gaming, free to you. Xbox, on the phone. Tuesday, turn on. That's self-explanatory. Tuesday. Oh.
Alright, why don't you take him out?
Wow, turns out that was a really bad idea. I almost choked, as you guys could clearly see. But last event of the whole week, Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Join us on YouTube Live. We have some fun stuff packed in store for you. This is a great link to send to your friends and to watch with your family. If you guys need anything, feel free to reach out to us. But we just want to have fun with you guys. We want you to know that we are still here, we're still present, and we still care about you. So check it out. See you there. Back to you.
Hey, thanks for joining us this week on SE Students Live from the Blankenbaker campus. Watch social media this Tuesday for instructions on how you can vote in round 2 of the Totally Random Bracket Challenge. We'll see you next Thursday at 6:30.